Who is the greatest car flipper in all of VINwiki? Welcome to the VINwiki Dream Car Exchange car flipping contest. We've got 10 cars you can buy from 10 aspiring car flippers, and we're all playing for 10 charities that are awesome. So for me, I'm playing for the Brock Yates Memorial Fund of the Alzheimer's Association. Brock Yates, obviously the founder of Cannonball, one of my personal heroes. And if you buy my 2002 BMW E46 M3, the profits will support that. When Dream Car Exchange approached us about the sponsorship, I wanted to raise the stakes. I wanted to have a little bit more fun. So they've given each of us a budget to buy one of our favorite cars, and now you get to buy them and support some great charities. So today, each of us is going to show you our car, and mine is obviously the best. If you see someone driving this generation of M3, you know beyond a shadow of a doubt that they love all things cars. It's one of the best enthusiast cars, the best driving manual transmission, and this one has about $13,000 worth of pre-installed modifications. It's got an active auto works supercharger, makes well over 400 horsepower, drives just tremendously well. It's one of the best chassis I think BMW ever did. This one's had the rod bearings done, the subframe's been reinforced, and it is ready to go. Now, it is a project. It needs some cosmetic reconditioning, and I'm excited to see what whoever buys it does with it. I'll certainly be following it in the VINwiki app, and it's honestly where I would want to start with one. I think they're just brilliant cars. It's something I've always wanted to own, and I have certainly enjoyed the last few weeks with it. So, bid early, bid often. Thank you so much to Dream Car Exchange for giving us this opportunity and supporting these great charities.
Now, I know what you're thinking. You're looking at the logo on my shirt and you think I'm going to go with the obvious choice, an E36 or an E46. Both excellent cars, but firstly, that's what Ed picked. Secondly, why buy something from Munich when you can get something from Stuttgart? This 996 is cobalt blue, which is gorgeous. It's got the 18-inch turbo twist wheels, which are also great looking, a beautiful gray interior with white dials, and yes, it's got 92,000 miles, but the IMS bearing has been sorted, there's been an oil and filter change, an alignment has been done, there are new engine mounts, rear brake pads, and a bunch of other things, so there's your peace of mind. And the best part of all, it's a 6-speed manual, so obviously the best choice. Now, my charity of choice is an organization called 22 Too Many, bringing awareness and support to the very real problem of veteran suicides. So, fingers crossed that the 996 911 Carrera 4 does well.
Here's my auction submission. There's a 2007 BMW M6. This was the hottest BMW of the day. It had the best sounding engine of the day, the V10, revving up to like 8,000 or 9,000 RPM, 500 horsepower. Now, you might know this car from a little show that we all know called, nope, not that one. That one, Car Trek. You might have seen it on YouTube. If you haven't, you should. This was the backup car in season 2, episode 4, for the wretched vehicles that they had on that. Now, it looks a little different than it did in the show. We've cleaned it up a little bit. We've taken the baby out of it and the donuts and the dirt, and we made it a beautiful, elegant street car it always was. Now, you can have this car for civic money. It was over $100,000 new. And hopefully you'll be buying it in this auction. Now, this auction is for charity, and my charity is CASA, and that is Court Appointed Special Advocates. And what they do, they're volunteers who help foster children who are suffering from abuse or neglect get through the judicial system. And it's a great program. It takes them from small children all the way to adults. And it's not very well known, but you probably should look it up. And you can really help support them by buying this beautiful BMW M6.
We're looking for the best enthusiast car for a flipping challenge. Love for you to be involved. All the proceeds go to a charity. Hey, I'm all about it. I even got to pick my charity, the Shriners Hospital for Children. I love those guys. I love working with them. Hey, I've raised over $100,000 over the years for that charity. One of the best out there in my opinion. But back to it at hand. Picking out the best enthusiast car. And I started thinking about Corvettes, started thinking about them M-Series BMWs. And I started thinking about, you look up Enthusiast and what it says. It's a car with a racing feel, a racing appearance, or high performance altogether. That makes an enthusiast car. Well, I'm thinking about it. Racing look, racing feel. Hell, we've got one in stock right here. Why be like the Joneses when you can be the Joneses? That's right, guys. We're auctioning off at the Dream Car Exchange this 1992 Pontiac Grand Prix stock car. And I mean, I know what you're saying. Well, Rob, you know, this, look at it this way. It's got a clean Carfax. You know why? Because it doesn't have a title. It's being sold bill of sale only. This 350 horse aluminum head small block powered, closed ratio 4-speed, 4-wheel disc brakes, and of course a quick change aluminum rear differential in the back.
So this is my choice for the VINwiki car flipping challenge. And surprise, surprise, it's a police car. This is a 2015 Ford Taurus Police Interceptor all-wheel drive. Now this car is going up for auction on the Dream Car Exchange, and all the profits from the sale of this car are going to my charity of choice, which is Operation Underground Railroad. Now these guys rescue children from sex trafficking and sexual exploitation. So let's go take a look at what I've done to this car.
So I'm guessing you see what I did here. I chose a Ford Taurus Police Interceptor made to imitate an Audi S6 that was made to imitate a Ford Taurus Police Interceptor. How ironic. So just like my Audi, we've got 2 antennas on the trunk, we've got reflective chevrons on the back, and I'm running the same fake unit number we did on the Cannonball Audi S6, so it's kind of a fitting tribute. Now this car is very clean. I got it from my buddies over at Chicago Motors. Now these guys specialize in used police cars, and I've bought about 10 cars from them and I've always been really happy. So for this one, I let them know what I was doing, and they picked out this really clean unit out of Ohio. And I mean, as far as used police cars go, this thing is like super clean.
What's up, people? Well, for my addition to the contest, and of course with proceeds benefiting the Genius Garage educational programs, I decided to find a car that could work for everybody, and something you don't want to own for a long time, whether you have a family or you're a couple, you want to daily drive it or get really sporty. And that choice is a 1992 Pontiac Trans Am. This particular one is a convertible, and it's in the gorgeous dark jade green metallic with the tan interior. Now, something I think is really special about this one, it has only 69,000 original miles. Most of those miles happened early in its life, which is a few thousand in the last couple of decades, honestly. And it's been garaged its entire life. Even more excitingly than that, it has loads of records. It's got the original window sticker, the manuals, everything to go with it.
This is a 1977 Monte Carlo, affectionately named Ultra Beige. I know you have no idea how the heck I came up with that name, but what I love about it is unexpected greatness. It is completely unsuspecting, right? So you look at it and you think Malaise era, and pretty much that's what it exudes. It is tan on brown with gold wheels and a gold couch interior and even the Landau top. But when people see it coming, they break their necks looking at it because they go, what the heck is that, and why does it look so cool and have big antennas on top? Well, this car was purchased out of an estate from the original owner. I still have the original window sticker, and then it was converted essentially to a pro touring build for the Cannonball. It ran 3 different vintage Cannonball events, and it won the one in 2018 with a classic car record time of 33 hours and 33 minutes.
So the charity that I'm playing for is the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, and the car I selected is a first-gen Boxster S. And the reason I selected the Boxster S is it is, without a doubt, the best enthusiast / driver's car there is out there for the money. There is no question about it. And in fact, I almost bought one of these twice in the past. Originally, I almost bought one new back in 2002. And then a year or two later, when I was in search of my first Porsche as a second car, I was looking at getting one that was pre-owned 2000 or so, so it was a few years down the depreciation curve. I ultimately went with a 930 turbo, but I always loved these cars. And to me, what really makes them so charming is just the way they drive. The neutral handling, the incredible steering feel, the sound of that flat 6 over your shoulder, it's just unbelievable. And to be honest, it's probably one of the most versatile cars out there.
Hi, Chris Fine from Dream Car Exchange. Wanted to share my charity and car for the flipping contest. So the charity I'll be playing for is St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, and the car is a 1999 second generation Mazda Miata. So I wanted to add a little variety to the mix of cars in the contest. And when I came across this, I was really excited to close the deal. This car is in absolute immaculate condition. These are great little cars. They're fun to drive, really good value too. So they're compact and light. I think they're just over 2,300 pounds, yet there's room inside, and they're really stable. Really fun driving experience altogether too.
The car that I picked is one that I know well. It's a 2004 Lexus IS300, a SportCross in this case, which is the station wagon version. And these are cars that, you know, I've been in love with since 2005, probably before that, but I've owned two of them. I continue to own them. And they come from an era that I like to call peak Toyota, meaning all the things we like from a purist point of view, great technology, amazing build quality, but also a small and approachable footprint. These are fun, nimble cars, extraordinarily reliable. They go for 300,000 plus miles with just decent maintenance.
10 cars, 10 great charities, 10 opportunities for you to win one of our dream cars. So head on over to Dream Car Exchange, set up a bidding account, and bid early, bid often, and end up owning one of the best cars you could possibly find today.